Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Erin. I'm a realtor with Trailside Property Group in Asheville, North Carolina. And today we're doing something a little bit different. I found this list from the National Retail Federation, and it is the top 100 retailers in the United States. And I was just kind of thinking about when people move here, what's important to them and what kind of questions they ask. And one of the things is, like, can I get my creature comforts? Do you have Sam's Club, IKEA, whatever it is that people, what's important to people, where they like to shop, that kind of thing. I want to start this video by saying I'm a huge proponent of shopping local. The local shops and local stores are they're the heart of Asheville. They're what keep us running here. They support the local economy. We're a really big artist community here. We have a ton of cool places to shop, and it's really important that when you're buying something, when you live here, you do your best to source it locally. However, I'm coming from the perspective of somebody who helps people relocate to Asheville, and these are just the questions that we get asked. So I want to let you know what's here, what isn't here, and maybe a little bit about, the quality of those stores compared to other stores around the country that I've been to. At first I looked at this list and I thought maybe we would do the top 20 or something like that, but I'm pretty sure I can power through it pretty quickly. So let's try to do all 100 and we'll see what we learn. This is also just a fascinating list in general, whether or not you're moving to Asheville. But number one is Walmart. Yes, we have Walmarts here. They're fine compared to other Walmarts that I've been to. No complaints there. Number two is Amazon. We have an Amazon fulfillment center in Mills River, which is south, very close to Asheville. So yes, we have Amazon here, and you can definitely get your things next day. That little truck comes up and down my street all of the time. It might be a little bit tougher if you are way up in the mountains, but from what I know, not a problem to get your Amazon deliveries. Number three is Costco. We do not have a Costco, unfortunately. There is talks of getting one, and it's always back and forth whether or not it's coming. There may or may not be another grocery store conglomerate here that is causing issues with that. We'll get to that later down the list, but no Costco as of yet, and if we are getting one, it probably won't be for a few more years. There is a location that has been identified that potentially could host one. We would love to see them here. They would bring a lot of jobs to the area, but as of right now, no Costco. Number four is Kroger. We do not have standalone Kroger, but we have Harris Teeter, which is the Kroger of the area, and it's fine. I don't go there too often. It's just not on my side of town, but every time I've been, it's been a fine experience. Home Depot. Yes, we have Home Depots. They look like every other Home Depot. CVS, yes. Walgreens, yes. We lost one of our Walgreens during the hurricane, but it is back up and running now, which is great. Target, we do have Target. We have two Targets. One is bigger than the other. I was thinking about this today. It might just be a me thing, but in the past, when I've lived in different cities, the Target is always like, I don't know, maybe it's just based off of where I've lived in cities, but it's always kind of a destination. It's like, oh, it's on that street where all the big box stores are, and you kind of have to drive 15 minutes to get there. The Target here, the Targets are like well placed here, I guess you could say. One is like basically right off of a residential neighborhood, so you can live a couple minutes away from Target. So if that's your thing, if you like to wander around Target, we can find a home for you. Lowe's, yes, we have Lowe's. Albertsons, we don't have Albertsons. I don't know if we have anything owned by Albertsons. Yeah, I don't think we have any Albertsons stores. If we do, let me know. But I don't think we have anything owned by Albertsons. Okay. The Apple store. We don't have an Apple store. The closest one, I believe, is in Greenville, which is not too far away, but we don't have one. Publix. We do have Publix. If you're not familiar, they're a grocery store that's in the southeast and beyond. They're really nice. I like Publix a lot. Again, it's not one that's super close to me, so I don't go too often, but They're a big grocery store with a lot of selection. They'll do, you know, you can do pickup orders, things like that. So we love Publix. Okay, number 13. Number 13 is the conglomerate that owns Food Lion, Stop and Shop, Hannaford, Giant. We do have Food Lions. Not my favorite grocery store in the world, but they're usually pretty affordable, and we have quite a few of them. So if you're a Food Lion fan, we've got that for you. Number 14 is Aldi. We do have Aldi. Number 15, TJX Companies. I'm guessing that's TJ Maxx. We have a TJ Maxx / Home Goods, so you can just cover all of it in one shopping trip. Number 16, H.E. Butt Grocery. I don't know what they are. Let's see. Oh, H-E-B. No, we don't have H-E-B. 17, Dollar General. Yes, we have Dollar General. 18 is Best Buy. Yes. I would rank our Best Buy as like lower half of Best Buys I've been to, but it's here. Ace Hardware. We do have Ace Hardware. I love our Ace Hardware. The staff is great. Big thumbs up there. 20, 7-Eleven. We don't really have 7-Eleven around here. I think they own Safeway? Speedway. Yeah, okay. 7-Eleven owns Speedway. We have a couple of those, but we're not like one of those towns with cool 7-Elevens. Meijer, number 21. Unfortunately, we do not have Meijer. I'm a Meijer girl. I'm from Michigan. Love Meijer. I wish they would come down to the southeast, please, 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 but we don't have Meijer here. Ross stores, Ross Dress for Less. Yes, we have that. AT&T, yes. Verizon, yes. That's wild that AT&T and Verizon are number 23 and 24 biggest retailers in the United States. 25 is Macy's. I think we have a Macy's. No, we do not have Macy's. Looks like the closest one is in Greenville again. So you could take a day trip down to Greenville and go to your Apple store and your Macy's, and they might have a Costco as well. BJ's Wholesale Club, number 26. What is that? We don't have BJ's. I've never been to a BJ's, but from what I'm seeing online, Sam's Club is similar, and we do have Sam's Club. Number 27 is Dick's Sporting Goods. We do have Dick's Sporting Goods. 28 is Wakefern / ShopRite. I don't really know what that is. Let's look it up. All right, ShopRite we do not have, and I'm not familiar with that. So, Dollar Tree we have. O'Reilly Auto Parts. I think we have an O'Reilly. Yeah, we have a bunch of O'Reilly Auto Parts. AutoZone, yes. Tractor Supply Company, yes. Nordstrom, no. Kohl's, we have a Kohl's. I can't believe Kohl's is number 34. I haven't shopped at a Kohl's in forever. Okay, Hy-Vee is next. Don't really know what that is, but we don't have one. Menards is number 36. That is, I believe, just Midwest. We do not have Menards here. Gap, we do have a Gap. The Asheville Mall is really fun, by the way. If you've never been, if you're sleeping on the mall, go check out the mall. Wegmans we do not have. Number 38. Number 39 is Sherwin-Williams. We do have a Sherwin-Williams. 40 is Chewy.com, which is a website, so I guess we have it. Actually, I get my dog's meds from there, and they do deliver here. So, Chewy.com. Ulta is in the mall. 42, Health Mart Systems. Don't know what they own. Let's check it out. Okay, sorry about that. We're having memory card issues over here, but I think we're good now. So Health Mart Systems was the next one. It looks like they own, they're a franchise for independent pharmacies, and we do have Sona Pharmacy here, and they are owned by Health Mart Systems. So we do have that. 43, Family Dollar, yep. 44 is another conglomerate. Let's see what they own. This is Canadian Convenience Stores, so no. Number 5 is Burlington. I'm guessing Burlington Coat Factory. We do not have that. 46 is Wayfair, which is an online retailer again, so you can get that. 47 Winco Foods, we don't have that. 48 Giant Eagle, no. 49 Discount Tire, we do have a Discount Tire. They're very nice. 50 Good Neighbor Pharmacy, no. Is that an online retailer? Saks Global is next. They own Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus. We don't have either of those in Asheville. 52 is Sephora. We do have Sephora. 53 is Sprouts. Unfortunately, we don't have Sprouts. I do love Sprouts. There are some in the state, but not in Asheville. 54 Harbor Freight Tools. I don't think we have one of those. 55 Northeast Grocery. No, we're not in the Northeast. We do not have that. 56 PetSmart. Yes. 57 is a Mexican grocer that we do not have here. It looks like they are just in like Arizona, New Mexico, California, Nevada, and Texas. I will butcher the name. I'll put it up here. All right, we are finishing this on my phone because I keep having issues with the camera. So we were on Bass Pro Shop, and yes, we have Bass Pro Shop. We have outlet malls in Asheville that are pretty great actually, and there is a big Bass Pro Shop there. Williams-Sonoma, number 59, we do have that in Biltmore Village. 60 is Army and Air Force Exchange Service. I don't really know what that means. No, we don't have an Army and Air Force Exchange Service here. 61 is Amway, which mind-blowing that that's on this list, and they don't have physical locations, so we don't have Amway. 62 is Hobby Lobby. We do have a Hobby Lobby. 63 is QVC, which is also mind-blowing. But again, I don't believe they have physical locations, so no QVC. AVB Brand Source is number 64. ARA, it says a massive national cooperative network for independent appliance, bedding, and home furnishing retailers. So I doubt that you would even, unless you're like working in that industry, that you would even know that you're at an ABB Brand Source store. It looks like maybe we have one or two here that fall under that umbrella, but yeah, not a big place for ABB Brand Source. Bath & Body Works we do have, again, it is in the mall. 66 Dell Technologies. I don't think we have a standalone Dell store. 67 is True Value Company Corporation. I think they own like independent hardware stores. Again, we have Ace Hardware here, which is awesome. Total Wine and More. We don't have a Total Wine and More, but we do have some other like wine stores, and then we are also one of the brewery, I don't know, we're in competition with Grand Rapids constantly, but we're a big brewery town, so tons of beers are brewed here, and tons of places to go drink wine if that's what you're into, but we don't have the store Total Wine and More. Camping World. I don't believe we have a Camping World unless it's that store in the out. We do. Okay, so we don't have a Camping World, but there is one in Hendersonville apparently, which is not too far away. Okay, so JD Sports is a shoe store, and we have one in the outlet mall. 71 Lululemon. We do have a Lululemon. We had one in Biltmore Village, and we lost it to the hurricane, and now it has relocated to Biltmore Park, I believe. So you can get Lululemon. Casey's General Store, don't know what that is, don't believe we have one. Dillard's, no. Singlet Jewelers, no. I'm just gonna start charging through this. I think, you know, a lot of these are like conglomerates, and some of them are actually like the conglomerate of a store that's already been above in the list, I believe. 75 is Staples. We do have a Staples. 76 is Academy. We don't have an Academy here. We have Dick's, and we have a Play It Again Sports if you want some used sporting goods equipment, but we do not have Academy. 77 is JCPenney. We used to have one in the mall. It closed in 2025. It closed last year. 78 is Piggly Wiggly. We are not a Piggly Wiggly state. I don't believe there are any in North Carolina. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know, but I don't think so. 79 is Petco. We do have Petco. 80 is Rally's Supermarkets. Never heard of them, don't have them. Okay, 81 is a New England grocer that we don't have. 82 Victoria's Secret. We do have one in the Asheville Mall. 83 IKEA. We don't have IKEA, which is pretty lame, but that's okay. We have one in Charlotte, which isn't too far away. And then there are some people locally who run businesses where they drive to IKEA like weekly or bi-weekly, and they will pick up your orders. So if you, you know, if you do the cost and it's cheaper than delivery and cheaper than you driving there, pretty cool service. They'll go grab your order and bring it back to town. So IKEA in the vicinity, but you have to kind of make a trip out of it. Michael's, we do have a Michael's, not a great Michael's. I guess it's the only one I've been to in the past like decade probably. So I don't know if all Michael's have kind of deteriorated, but it's not the greatest Michael's. It's fine though. But we have better local craft stores that you could go to. 85 is not a store. 86 is Stater Bros. That is a grocery chain in California, I believe. We don't have a Stater Bros here. 87 Exxon Mobil, sure. 88 is Overstock.com. Again, you can get whatever you want delivered here, so yes. 89 Five Below. We do have a Five Below, I believe. 90 is American Eagle. We do have an American Eagle in the mall. 91 Grocery Outlet. Don't know what that is, but we do have grocery outlets here. If this is the conglomerate, we have a place called Hopi Co. that is discount grocery items where you can actually find some really cool stuff, and you can even find some local things there. I got some local spices there the other day. And then we do have Aldi. 92 is Weiss Markets. Not sure what that is. It's another food retailer. Okay, Weiss Markets is another food retailer. I don't think we have one here. 93 is Urban Outfitters. We do have an Urban Outfitters. It's downtown. It's one of the few like big box stores downtown. It's kind of out of place where it's located, but it's there. 94 is Ingles. So Ingles is actually headquartered here. It says it's headquartered in Black Mountain, North Carolina. It is our local grocery store all over the state. No, not all over the state. They're in Western North Carolina. There might be some in South Carolina and Tennessee as well. Ingles, there's a lot of controversy around Ingles, and if you want me to do a full breakdown about Ingles, let me know in the comments below. Would be happy to do so. People have a lot of opinions on the store and the company and what they've done to commercial real estate in Western North Carolina, and how much they might be impacting why we don't have Costco here and things like that. They're everywhere. So unless you make it your own personal goal or your value to not shop there, then you're going to end up at an Ingles, because there are all over the place. And if you want to learn more about them, let me know. I've been tossing around the idea of doing a video on Ingles, but you know, we'll see. Tapestry. What is Tapestry? I don't know what that is. We don't have one. 96 is Murphy USA. Don't have that. Number 97, Advance Auto. I think we do have an Advance Auto. Yeah, they're based out of Raleigh. That's, yeah. Advance Auto Parts. We have them here. They're based out of Raleigh, so they're a North Carolina company. 98 is Schnucks. I don't believe we have that. Grocery store again. This list is very grocery store heavy. My apologies for not knowing all of these grocery stores off the top of my head. I've done a lot of traveling in the country for previous jobs, and I have been to a lot of different grocery stores, but can't hit them all, I guess. Number 99 is Abercrombie & Fitch. We do have one in the mall. And 100 is Save A Lot. And I don't think we have a Save A Lot. We have Save More. But we do not have Save A Lot. So There you go. That is the National Retail Federation's top 100 retailers of 2026 list. An interesting look. It's when I personally think of retail stores that I go to on a regular basis. I don't really love to shop, but I could probably, name a top 3, maybe a top 5, and probably over half of those are grocery stores. But to see this list of top 100 retailers and to see that mostly what we're looking for as a country are groceries, and then, clothing and hardware, I guess was the other major one. I don't know. And then I guess as you niche down, stores become a little more specific, and they just don't make these lists because these are things that everybody needs. So that makes sense. But again, if you are considering moving to Asheville, we have everything you need. We have a good majority of this list, which I was kind of surprised about. I thought, we're a mid-sized city, I guess, but we do have bigger cities around us, and so sometimes some of these stores, like IKEA, for example, it just doesn't make sense for them to open in Asheville because we'll travel to Charlotte. But based off of this list, and we are, like I said, we're a local focused community. A lot of us local people prefer to shop local with people who live here and work here and put money back into the economy and open businesses and are supporting other local businesses, and we're just kind of one of those communities. So to see that we do cover the majority of this list is really interesting, and I would love to hear in the comments below what stores you were surprised to see and what things you were surprised that you didn't see. Some of these aren't even relevant. They're not like places you go, so I kind of skipped over a few of them, but yeah, this was an interesting list. If you like this video, I'd be happy to do more videos and kind of see what the average American is doing on a daily basis, where they're going, what's important to them, and then seeing if Asheville kind of fits into that, fits those needs for you if you're thinking about relocating here. So again, I'm Erin with Trailside Property Group. We cover Asheville and the surrounding area. If you have any questions about properties, please check out our website, trailsidepropertygroup.com, and reach out and like and subscribe and leave a comment below if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you next time.